Hellcat.
Hello beauties, I'm Sharmila and welcome back to my channel. Today we have yet another glam makeup tutorial on the channel. Now I'm heading out, I'm wearing something blue. I wanted to create something complementing my outfit as well. So I went in with a dark blue smoky eye and nude lips. Now nude lips are my favorite combination for smoky eyes. And now this look is all about the base. I've used different foundations to create this base. And the best thing is we haven't used any concealers for this look, and I've used foundations as concealers here for the base. So I've used some of the NYX Cosmetics Total Control Drop Foundation for my foundation and concealer. So we haven't used any other concealers for this look. Now to see how I achieved this look, let's get into the tutorial. So I'm starting off with the NYX Cosmetics Total Control Drop Primer. Now this is one of the new launches and I was really curious to try out this product, and now this is making its way into my favorites. I really like this primer because it's super lightweight and easily blendable in the first place, and it also dries down to a velvety matte kind of finish, which gives you like the perfect glowy base for your foundation. And I'd like to use my brush or my fingers for this, but today I'm just using my fingers because the warmth just helps to melt the product right into your skin. So for the base, I'm using the NYX Cosmetics Total Control Drop Foundation in the shade 12.5, which is Camel, and it is nearly close to my skin tone. I'm an NC 40 to 42 in MAC, so if you guys need a comparison, anywhere between 12.5 to 13.5 should be good with the Total Control Drop Foundation. And since this foundation has a dropper, you can always control the amount of product you put on your face. Less is always more, and hence the name Total Control Drop Foundation. Now this foundation is a sheer coverage with the first layer, and if you're somebody who likes a sheer coverage foundation, this is like the perfect one in an amazing budget. And the best part is this foundation is also buildable from a medium to a full coverage, so you can always work your way with it slowly. And now I'm just using a beauty blender to just blend in the product, and you can see how easily it blends into the skin. So next, for the highlighting purpose, we're not using concealer. We're going in with another foundation from the same Total Control Drop Foundation, and this is in the shade 7.5, which is Soft Beige. This is like the perfect shade for me, for my skin tone, for highlighting purpose. So I'm just dotting it, as you can see, under my eyes, where we generally do the highlighter, on the bridge of the nose, and just on the high points of the face. For contouring, I'm going in with the Total Control Drop Foundation in the shade 17.5, which is Sienna. I'm just dotting it wherever I generally contour my face with a cream contour, like the sides of my cheeks and my forehead and my jawline. So using the same beauty blender, I'm just blending in the foundation that we used as a highlighter. And to blend in the contour shade, I'm using a brush just to show you guys the difference, how well the product blends with both a sponge and a brush as well. So my personal preference would be a brush because I generally like to work with brushes. I kind of feel it's way easier for me. But if you are a beginner or if you feel brushes are quite difficult for you to work with, you can always use sponges, or sometimes even your hands do work, but not for contouring and highlighting purpose, but just to blend in foundation. You can just blend it with your fingers. You can already see how seamlessly everything works with the brush. Now I'm going back with the sponge and just putting everything in place. And now we're going to be setting this entire foundation with powder. So I'm using the NYX Cosmetics Set It and Don't Fret It Matte Loose Setting Powder. It's like a mineral powder. It's translucent and it's another favorite of mine. I've generally used this product with a lot of other foundations, but this was the first time I actually used this powder on the Total Control Drop Foundation, and I really loved how the entire combination worked together. So anything close to the eyes, I generally like to use a small beauty blender because it's way more precise to get into the inner and outer corners of the eyes. And also it's really helpful if you want to set your eyeshadow base, or if you want to use a concealer on your eyes. The mini sponges work really well, and the one that I'm using right here is the one by PAC. Moving on to brows, it's my usual routine. So I'm using the NYX Cosmetics Micro Brow Pencil in Chocolate as the first step to just fill in the sparse gaps and do the outline. Now I'm just dusting off the excess powder on the face. So the next product is another new launch by NYX Cosmetics. This is the Micro Contour Duo Pencil, and I'm using the shade Medium here. Now this pencil is becoming another addiction for me because I really like to contour smaller areas of the face, and this pencil makes it really easy because it's super precise. First of all, it's very sleek, and it also has a slanted tip, which is very easy to create those soft lines for a natural contour. You know what I mean? Like you can see right here, it has a darker shade on one end and a lighter shade on the other. So I'm using it to contour my nose and around my lips and my eyebrows as well. Now you can already see how well the product blends in. Now I'm using the same mini sponge. This is exactly why I love using those mini blenders around the eyes or eyebrows, because you can just work with the utmost precision. Using the same sponge around the nose as well, but you can also use a contour brush or like any kind of mini thick brush that will generally blend any kind of cream product. And after this is done, we're setting the eyebrows with the NYX Cosmetics Tinted Brow Mascara in the shade Expresso. Moving on to eyes, I'm using the Choose Chic Face Extravaganza palette by Chic Cosmetics, and taking this shade as my transition color, I'm slowly blending it into my crease. So taking this deep blue shade from this palette, I'm using that to create the soft smoke on the eyes, and this is the palette that I used to create this look. A lot of you have been asking me which eyeshadow palette I used, so this is the one. I knew I was going to do smoky eyes for this look, but I didn't want to go with black or brown, so I went around digging into all my eyeshadow palettes to just find the right shade that complemented my outfit as well, and I finally found it in this palette, and I was super happy. Now taking the same crease blending brush, I'm going back and blending these two colors to get that soft edge. We don't want any kind of harsh lines. Remember, blending is the key, so take your time and do it. Next, I'm using the NYX Epic Black Mousse Liner. This is more like a gel eyeliner. I generally like to use this as the first step or like the base for an eyeshadow when I'm doing my smoky eyes. But today I tried something different, so I went and did my eyeshadow first, and then I wanted to intensify the color close to the lash line. So I'm taking this gel eyeliner and slowly using a smudging brush, I'm smudging it out with soft, gentle soft strokes close to the lash line, because you want to create a smoky eye, so the intensity has to be at the max close to the lash line, and as it goes up it has to fade out like a smoke. So that's the whole idea. Also smudging the same in the lower lash line as well. Next, I'm using this golden pearl kind of highlight shade from the same palette and highlighting my brow bone and using the same shade for my inner corners as well. Now to intensify the whole eye makeup a little more, we're going to be using falsies. But before putting on my falsies, I like to go in with a layer of mascara, and this is the new Worth the Hype mascara by NYX Cosmetics. I've already told you guys about this mascara. I really like it. And now moving on to falsies, I'm using the PAC M72 Mink Lashes, and I just put it off camera, and I'm just doing another layer of mascara after adding my falsies as well. So you'd always see me using a white kohl more than a black kohl. It's just me. So here I'm using the Sephora white kohl eyeliner pencil. Especially for smoky eyes, a white kohl pencil basically brings a lot of contrast to your eye makeup. Next, I'm taking the NYX Cosmetics Highlight and Contour Pro palette. I'm taking this banana shade and setting all the highlighted areas on the face again. This way, we also get off any kind of excess fallout from the eyeshadows or mascara on the face, like just under the eyes. It also helps to just dust them off and again, set everything in place. Taking this bronze shade from the palette, I'm going over and sculpting my cheekbones. Yet again, we want a nice chiseled look, and over the nose and the jawline as well. After setting everything, we're moving on to blush, and I'm using the NYX Cosmetics Ombre blush in Strictly Chic, a very soft, subtle, everyday blush. And for the highlighter, I just remembered that this palette also had highlighters which I've never used. So I'm going back into the Chic palette, and I really loved this highlighter. Finally, for the lipstick, I'm using two different lipsticks to create that really nice nude shade that I wanted. The first base, I'm using the new Soft Matte Metallic Lip Cream in the shade Kohl, which is a nice shimmery metallic pink shade, as you can see. The next shade is the Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Cape Town, which is like a matte nude lipstick. I just want to neutralize everything and bring it down to create like an ombre effect, but yet very subtle. I'm using a flat brush and just gently patting down the lipstick and blending both the colors, and you can see how beautifully it creates a new shade, and I'm loving this shade. And we are done. So that's about it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the makeup tutorial. Now if you have any feedback, suggestions or comments, please do leave them in the comment section down below. And as always, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and my other social media. I'm going to leave all the links down below, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will see you super soon with another video. Until then, this is Sharmila saying take care.